Welcome to the Court of Fowl. My name is Richter, Court Mage at your service. And ow! Ow! Thank you for the chair shot. Take a seat. Welcome. Today I am sick, so we will be taking it easy today. It's probably not in my best interest to be streaming right now, but I did promise I would be streaming, and so streaming I shall. Anyway, how's everybody been the past couple of days? Since, what was it? Since Saturday, I think, was it? We last streamed? How is everybody? We had a super long stream Saturday. It was, I think, 12, 13 hours, something like that. Hello, Koro. Congratulations on your 5 stream streak, as well as your Tome of the First. Hello, Humpty Dumpizzle. Hello, Angular Circles, paying for your health, boss. Thank you. Much appreciated. I am dying. But I'm good. I too am excited for the Secrets of Strixhaven pre-release. I don't care how big the room was, I said I cast Fireball. And you know what? Base take Quachi. I did not ask how big the room was. I do not care. I cast Fireball. Man, I need to play D&D again. I also have a campaign setting, actually, that I need to revisit and polish my little, like, setting Bible for it. And for those of you who might be newer, I did play a lot of D&D primarily as a dungeon master, though it has been a little bit of a while. Canonical, welcome. The sorcerer who hasn't casted mage armor in the room. Oh shit. Well, I hope you took that. I hope you took a level in rogue, couple levels in rogue. Maybe an uncanny dodge would be super handy right now. Oh, man. Oh, man, I've just been congested, like, all day today. Apparently, Cecilia came out. Hell yeah. Unfortunately, don't give a F. She's cute. I have her now, though. I have her. I'm planning to roll for her engine as well. I had no intention originally to get Cecilia, but after going through the story, I'm like, oh, she's really cute. So I grabbed her. Dodging and nuke by super twerking. Someone's trying to ask how in the world an uncanny dodge looks like. Easy. Look at whatever Leon, what's his face? Leon from Resident Evil is doing. That's what uncanny dodge looks like every time. That's probably what it looks like. I can't remember what's Leon's last name. I don't know why his name is escaping me right now. Kennedy, there we go. Kennedy! At first I didn't really like to see it, but when the story happened and I just saw how responsible she is when it comes to protecting someone dear to her at that point, she'll risk her life, I like her. Same, to be honest, same. That's why I rolled. You know, I rolled for her, I got her. Now I just need to save up and roll for her engine. Fingers crossed that I pass my 50-50. Because I don't have a lot left. So, you know, and then I still need to save up for Billy. They changed some of his move stuff again. Like, I saw something on Twitter where they changed, I think, part of his ult. Where, Nekomata is losing. No, not Nekomata, not again. But I heard I saw like a clip or something where they changed his ultimate again, where instead of using the bike to like blast or whatever, he jumps off of the bike and goes for they swapped his EX and ult. Oh, like the rider kick. Yeah, okay. I didn't notice that the rider kick was his EX before. I actually like the rider kick ult, I'm not gonna lie. But that's just like the common rider fan in me. Like a fucking rider kick ult? Hells yeah. Give me that. His ult is now his X, his EX, and EX is now his ult. I see. They really want this silly to be really silly? I don't know, man. I just want him to be fun to play. You know? I want him to... He doesn't... Here's the thing. He doesn't even have to be strong. I just want him to be, one, fun to play, and two, just have really sick poses. That's it. Those are my only two requirements for this Billy. That's it. Aura farming, fun to play. Hey there, Pronto. I'm just sick today, so we're gonna just do a lot of talking and hopefully some nice like chill vibes today. That's kind of what we're having. So we're talking a little bit of Zenless. But yeah, that's it. I don't have a lot of like. He doesn't have to be super good. No Yakuza. Unfortunately, that we'll see if I feel well enough that I can like get into playing Yakuza. But currently, we might have to put that a little bit on the back seat. Are you like a dragon? No, but I am on a marathon of playing all the Yakuza games. We last left off around the beginning part of Yakuza 4, remastered, starting from Yakuza 0. So we're working our way up the Yakuza ladder. And we took a bit of a break because I felt like I was getting on the verge of a burnout. Not to mention, also, I got work and everything, so, you know, that fell a bit to the wayside. But, you know, now that we have a proper streaming schedule again, I will be picking it up. I guess you'll reach there eventually and achieve infinite wealth. Oh, hell yeah, I hope so. I hope in every sense of the word. But yeah. Let's see, what was it? There was something I was going to say. Oh, right, yeah, so... Speaking of work, that's probably how I got sick. One of the things that I do not appreciate... Okay, so a little bit of a backstory. The last job I had before this, before my current one, before I was laid off, was pretty much mainly a work-from-home gig, right? It was work from home like 100% of the time. I would only need to go to the office like on special occasions. So, great, right? And this new one, they said, oh, it's gonna be, you're gonna have to go to the office, you know, you're gonna have to go in, it's gonna be one of those jobs. They're like, all right, sure, go ahead. Like, give me enough money to cover, like, transportation stuff, sure. So they do, and I go to the office, and I realize one of the things that I did not miss at all from having to go to the office, and it is hearing the echo of people like just coughing and sneezing across the entire floor. Like, I'm at my station and I'm like just trying to work, keep minding my own business, and then I hear a chain, like at no particular hour of the day, I will hear like a chain of and it starts like coming from one end of the floor that travels its way all the way across. I'm like, oh fuck. Bluetooth coughing and sneezing? Yeah, pretty much. Spit on that thing. Yeah, so it would go from one end of the floor all the way to the other, and I'm like, fuck. Oh no. And then, like, true enough, couple days, I'm like, shit, I am so congested. Get sick on that thing. Oh no. So now, after this incident, I am thoroughly convinced that I have to mask up at the office. In fact, that table. I have to mask up at the office now. I am convinced. I cannot count on anyone on my floor to be responsible enough to mask up proactively if you are sick. Because for me, right, when the moment I started getting that congested and I noticed, oh shit, I'm starting to like sneeze, right? I'm like, fuck, okay. So I take a break. I go down to like the nearest pharmacy. Thankfully, like the area I work in is a pretty, busy commercial district that I get to actually go to a pharmacy. I grab like a small like thing of masks, like small pack of like 5 disposable masks. I immediately buy like a pack and I go back to the office because I'm like, shit, I'm getting sick. I don't want to get everybody else sick. But clearly, nobody else in the fucking office has the same kind of goddamn decency. Found out in the mysterious, nonchalant lockdown arc yet again. I'm going down, you're going down with me type disease. I know, I hate it. Like, and I hate the fact that it did get politicized a couple years ago. Maybe it still is. I don't know. I don't know how it is with you, where you guys are, but like the discussion around of like, whoa, you're wearing a mask in public. Fuck, you fucking keeping people safe. My God.
Danger.
Yeah, exactly. Oh wait, why is that place there? Where the fuck? I need to fix that. Ugh, that shouldn't be going there. That's a weird place to put it. Where the sound alert thing came up. Sorry, I'm also just looking at the stream right now. Anyway, so yeah, like, man, it's just basic decency. Like Japan does it all the time, and that's actually one of the things that I was super what do you call that? Super happy with during the couple times that I did visit Japan, and that people out there are like, yeah, you know what? I'm a little sick. So I'm gonna go put a mask on so I'm not gonna be a bother to anybody else and get them sick and maybe put their loved ones at risk if they're like, I don't know, immunocompromised or some shit. I mean, I can't blame me. I went through the same shit back in high school when everyone is sneezing because of how cold it is. I catch it eventually and it sucks to have to clog nose and trying to sleep. Yeah. Like, I am sleeping on one side, all the congestion builds up on one end, and it gets really bad, and then you get that fucking headache, and like, fuck, then you turn over to the other side, like you're a fucking pancake, and then you wait until that congestion blows over to the other side, and then you just eventually pass out from exhaustion. It sucks, man, it sucks. Ugh. And it's just a congestion headache. That's, for me, it's like, I am happy that at least, I'm at least not happy, but like relieved. It's like having a battle every night. Yeah. Like, I am relieved that at least this isn't in my throat. That is the only thing I'm like relieved by. So I can talk. I can have like a nice chatting stream, right? I can talk to you guys and I'll be okay. I've had my hydration. I'll be okay. It's just the congestion is so bad. My nose is clogged. Get a sinus headache. So that's why. Thank you for the hydrate. Let me just go ahead. I have like some. You have some water. I have some Pocari Sweat, and I have like a bottle of jasmine tea, like Japanese jasmine tea. It says for relax and refresh time. Thank you, Canonical. Jesus. Okay. But yeah, that's why I still felt pretty confident that we could stream today, even if I don't get to play Yakuza as planned, because I feel like I wouldn't be able to focus on the game. Like, I would just have the worst time with a headache, trying to play a game with a story, trying to pay attention. I don't think I would be, doing the game justice. I don't think I'd be doing my boy, Kiryu justice if I tried to play and not be able to focus on his, on his story. And besides, he's a good guy. He'll wait. But yeah, so that's kind of the situation we have today, and I'm glad that you guys are here. Keeping me company with my headache. If he spent 10 years in the joint, he can wait for years for you. I know, right? He's a real bro. And like he spent 10 years, right, in the joint, comes back, sees his best bro. Oh man, just thinking about that again is like making me sad. Kanishki. Aniki! Ah, great shit, man. I have been enjoying my journey through the Yakuza games, and I absolutely understand the hype around it as I'm playing through, you know? I am just hoping that I get to finish Yakuza 4 before they announce Kiwami 4. Yakuza Kiwami is just a sadness, the game suppressed by a lovely daughter. I know, right? Haruka! Ugh. But like, it was funny though for me. Like, I was more than halfway through Yakuza 3 Remastered when they announced, hey, we're coming out with Yakuza Kiwami 3 Dark Ties, like in Feb. And I'm like, shit! I'm already like more than halfway through this game. I guess I'll just have to play Yakuza 3 again at some point. But it was super fun. It was super fun, but I do understand some of the criticism with Yakuza 3 Remaster getting called Blockuza because of the mechanics of the game. But like, the story is still pretty solid. I would say, for me, it's still one of the weaker ones in general, at least like compared to the rest of what I have played so far. But I don't think it's bad by any measure, just weaker than the others. Or like, the others have just been super good. As of now, the only Yakuza games I've played is Zero and Kiwami, but I know the main story. I love it, like, love it. Yeah, it's so good. Honestly. Like, Zero and Kiwami, that two alone, just those two, that pair of games, is doing such heavy lifting for the franchise, in my opinion. And I just wish they didn't kill off Nishiki too early. Kyodai! I know. But like, I feel like that is what makes it impactful though. You know? It is what sells the tragedy. And that sometimes it just happens. And I kind of, as sad as that makes me, right? As sad as that makes me, I do feel like that the tragedy of Nishiki is also what really makes the game so compelling, what makes the story so compelling. Because even in Nishiki, like, despite everything, watch them retcon that death. Because like, for me, right, like, the biggest moment is that you literally just had a fist fight with Nishiki in the same way that MGS4 had it. That same MGS4 fist fight between Snake and Ocelot. That manly, shirtless fight. After all of that, and Nishiki seemingly staying true, sticking to his guns, right? His final moment is still protecting Kiryu. And that is like, just the thought of that is, oh, fuck, man. Why you gotta do that to me? Oh. It is that final act that it doesn't erase what he did, right? He still did some absolutely horrendous shit, and he is deserving of the bad guy title. But it recontextualizes, all the things he does, and that it reinforces the idea that that this was a preventable tragedy had Kiryu been there to keep him, to keep him in line. Nishiki! Kiryu! I can hear the Liquid and Snake scream from them. Right? Those two are just, they're practically the same fight. And like the stakes for those fights. But yeah, that's those are good stuff. I am looking forward to playing more. If Nishiki was the one who ended up in prison, I believe things would have been lighter. That's a good scenario to think about. I think that depends. Because I feel like, here's the thing, right? The only reason Kiryu made it out of prison the way he did is that because he's Kiryu, right? He's stoic, he is strong. He was able to resist the kind of, pressures that was put on him in prison. Including, like, that first fight where he had to fend off, like, every single guy in the prison or something in that one fight. I don't know if Nishiki would have survived that. At least not in the same way that Kiryu did. I think what might have happened, Nishiki in prison, he might have gotten offed by like a guard or something. You know, that kind of scenario. Because I don't know if Nishiki would have been able to handle it the same way. And then if that did happen, I think Kiryu would have also gone on a completely different path. I believe he can beat them up, but Nishiki would have been overwhelmed or killed, or worst case, he breaks in the prison. That's true. That's what I think. I kind of agree with that. Hey Akira, it's been a while. Welcome back. Bye already? Gym time? Oh, nice. Congrats on your gym plan. I hope it goes well. I gotta hit the gym soon too. I'm just trying to find the good, what do you call that? Like a good time and a good offer. I might, what's this? I'm thinking of hitting up Anytime Fitness because my hours can get a little funky, so having the ability to just go to a gym anytime, it sounds like a very tempting proposition for me. Either I go super early in the morning or I go super late in the evening. Either way, you know? And I'm thinking of going there on days when I'm not streaming, so probably like maybe a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. What do you think Kiryu does to bodybuild other than beating up people? I don't know. I feel like that's like his best workout. Yeah, the 24/7 ones are really good. Ours is like that. Oh, nice. A 24/7 gym is super convenient to have near you. Like, you don't have to like do a lot of super weightlifty, bodybuilding stuff, but like just having a dedicated place where you can be like, you know what, I'm gonna walk, I'm gonna sweat a little bit, gonna get some body movement in, can do wonders. Even if you have to guilt trip yourself into going just cause like, man, I spent money on this shit. Either he is just a good aura farmer and that the aura farms gain muscle, or he's naturally built like that. I think the latter. I think he is just naturally built like that. Because he's always been like that, even in like Zero. However, they did note that after 10 years, he did lose a lot of like muscle mass because he was very pacifist in prison. That explains like why you're back to like level 1 in Yakuza 2. Or even in like Yakuza 1, rather. Can also just do like 15 minutes of cardio? Yeah. Or maybe because I beat up Mr. Shakedown too much. That's also a fair point. Mr. Shakedown. He got dull. Yep. That's why he needed, Majima to get his edge back. Majima-san. Majima-ni-san. Kiryu-chan. Yeah. If not for Majima, I think Kiryu definitely would not have been able to get as good as he did. Because I have no doubt that Majima would just keep pushing him until he was the absolute best that he could be. But man, Yakuza 0 and Majima's story, Jesus. Fucking tearjerker. Whew. That's making me feel things again, you know? That story, man. If not for Majima, we wouldn't have been sharper. Exactly. Majima helps keep Kiryu, sharp. But I extended my thanks to the old guy for Komaki Tiger Drop. Oh yeah, the old Komaki sensei. Right, the old man with his lessons, teaching both Majima and Kiryu eventually. Now you're making me really want to play the game again. But this congestion. Let's see if we can get into it around. We'll get to it next week. We'll set up. I won't sugarcoat it. L1 plus triangle. It's been a while. Wait, L1 triangle. Oh, okay. That's when you have your heat gauge full, right? After you got your heat gauge. Oh, we have an ad break in about 1 minute, guys. So we'll slow it down a little bit, and then we'll take like a short break. I'll probably blow my nose or something during the ad break. Probably need to mute. Is my mute button working? Hopefully it would. Now that's a prompt for Tiger Drop, basically the win button. Oh, I see. I'll be honest, I didn't do a lot of the Komaki, what do you call that, upgrades. I was mostly sticking, if it's like Yakuza 0, I was mostly sticking to, what do you call that, Beast. Just grabbing everything and smashing stuff. That was fun. Beast is yellow, right? Oh wait, YouTube's doing the thing again. Coliseum is fun, but goddamn Charon humbled me. Oh, I didn't get to do a lot of the Coliseum. So here's the thing. Because I was doing a marathon, there was a lot of side content that I ended up missing throughout my run-through from the very beginning. Blue Brawler, Pink Rush, Yellow Beast, Red Dragon. There we go. Yeah, so it was Beast that I was doing a lot of, which is grabbing shit and just smashing people's faces with it. My best friend was the bicycle. Bicycle insurance went up in Kamurocho ever since I started playing in Beast style. People would be like, "Why is my bike wrecked? I just left it on the rack. And then this guy comes over and picks it up and smacks another dude with it." So fun. So fun. Good times. Good times. Oh, okay. Ad break. Give me a second. Oh, is this the right one? No, this doesn't work. Okay, I guess I'll just have to manually do it. Give me a second. Hey, Nana! We're in the middle of an ad break, so I'm just gonna blow my nose for a second, yeah? Thank you, SMB, for the resub. Just came out of a meeting, need to handle 3 emergencies. So lurk. Thank you, thank you. And you're also a teeny bit sick? Man, I caught something at the office, I'm pretty sure. But I guess I'm not surprised if there's something going around. I think it's just the fact that at least in our part of the world, right? It's like it's super hot outside, and then the aircon inside is cold. So if you're like shifting between the two, you're like, oh man, it's hot outside, it's cold inside, it's hot outside, it's cold inside. You go in and out, you know, enough times, your body's gonna be like, fucking what? And then just kind of starts breaking down. And next thing you know, you catch somebody's, I don't know, something. It's not even flu season yet? Yeah. Heatwave type shit, right? Right? Yeah, but I'm just thankful it hasn't hit my throat. I can still talk. Just this is sinus congestion. I swear to God, in my dorm, my windows are huge and the curtains are not enough. I wake up every single day to a sweaty ass bed. Oh, that's the worst. Absolute worst. Waking up practically in a pool of your own sweat. That is the worst. Like, whoo! One of the reasons why I had like one of the big reasons why I ended my super long hair phase, because there was a time when I had let my hair grow. I had like I had a decently long ponytail, and it was super. It was nice. I liked it. You know, I liked having that ponytail. But god damn, did it! I'm at that phase right now. Hell yeah, let's go. I hope it's better for you than it was for me, because Jesus Christ, the heat when you have hair that long, it's just... I found it unbearable after a while. You know, the back of my head? Sweat. So much sweat, like, Jesus, it is like a waterfall back there. Even, you know, like, and the thing is, it's not so bad if I'm like outside and I could like tie my hair up, you know? But I can't leave my hair tied while I'm sleeping. So I am sweating buckets with this natural heater around my neck. And I like live in a part of the world where it never really gets that cold. So yeah. To the chopping block, Not gonna lie though, I kinda miss it a little bit. It looked sick, you know, when you have hair that long. You can sometimes feel like you can be an anime protag. You get your hair styled properly, and then your hair is nice and long. Hell yeah. That's painfully real. My every PE class I have to make sure I'm wearing a headband to get my hair to not be sweaty. Yeah. Like, you want to have bangs. You want to have bangs because they're like, ah, man, having bangs is so cool. Like, it looks great. But it doesn't feel great after a while if you're like in a super humid place and then you're just having like sweat beating down your forehead every 5 minutes. And then you're like, shit. You know? And then like you just end up, you know, you kind of get forced to like carry around like a handkerchief or something, because you're like you're wiping down your forehead, like patting it, just getting the sweat off, and that happens every couple minutes if you have like extra long hair. I want to go Makoto Yuki. Makoto Yuki, is that the... Why does that sound familiar? Is that like the P3 Pro tag or something? Yeah, P3 Pro tag. Yeah, I was remembering right then. My hair was like that at some point. I think probably at some point in like some of my college days or something. That was like the hairstyle that I was rocking, that kind of style. We call him Emo Messiah. We call him the Door. Okay. So, speaking of, we can be both. True enough. It does make me wonder, like, when are we gonna get some news of Persona 6? Because it's been a while since we got Persona 5. Wait, it's been... Fuck! Has it been 10 years since we got Persona 5? Fuck. Huh. Persona 6, nah, we're getting Persona 4 Revival. I know we are, but like, fuck. 10 years? Has it been 10 years since Persona 5? Huh. Almost. 9 years. 20 was it? So it's 2017. What year did I come? 2016. Yeah, 2016. It's been 10 fucking years. Okay, wait. So not exactly. We're almost at 10 years because it came out Okay, no. The Japanese version of the game came out September 2016. The English version of the game came out April 2017. So Japan has had it for nearly 10 years already. So shit, it's basically 10 years. It's practically 10 years, right? It has been that long. Holy shit. I feel old, bro. I know. Like, it didn't even occur to me that Persona 5 it's already been 10 years since Persona 5, and we don't have Persona 6 yet. How long did it take to get us from Persona 4 to Persona 5? Because Persona 4 to Persona 5, I think, was around 7-8 years. Because there was also a long time. Because Persona 4 was like PS2, I think 2009. Vanilla. I think it was like 09. And then after that 2016, 2017 was Persona 5 Vanilla. So that was around like 7-8 years, depending on like which version or which language. 08? Oh shit, that's the Japanese release? It's probably the Japanese release, right? Yeah. So 08 to 16, that's about 8 years. So it took 8 years for us to get from Persona 4 to Persona 5. And so now, from Persona 5 to Persona 6, it is currently 9 years, almost 10. Are we gonna get this in 2028? Is it gonna be 12 years before we get Persona 6? Because I can easily imagine Persona 6 coming out in 2 years from now. Especially since we're getting Persona 4 first, right? Since we're getting Persona 4 Revival first. When is that supposed to come out anyway? When is that supposed to even come out? No word at all, is there? Oh, 2027. So anywhere between now until March of next year is when they're allegedly gonna be coming out. Bro, by the time we have Persona 6, I am possibly in Japan already, and possibly have a stable job, and possibly a stable life with more possibly stable choices in life. I hope that it is not just possible, but a reality. You have my fervent belief and well wishes. We'll get there when we get there, right? And who knows, maybe I'll be streaming out of Japan around the time Persona 6 comes out too. So we'll see. But yeah, Persona 4 Revival is slated for release anytime this year until next year. That's supposedly when it's gonna come out. But given the way the world has been going lately, with a lot of like instability in terms of like supply chains and prices of stuff, then we're not, everything is kind of off the table. We don't know. Life is fickle, but right now I am hyping, but also scared for Persona 4 Revival. Why scared? They've done a pretty decent job. They did a pretty decent job with Persona 3. What do you call that? Right? With Persona 3? Persona 3 Reload? It'll feel weird to hear Yosuke not being voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. Oh. I see. That's... That is something. Good point. It is, like, Yosuke's voice is pretty distinct. But I am open. I am open to the idea. I am not one to completely, to completely shun an idea, and I'll have to wait and hear it for myself. But we'll have to see, won't we? We'll have to see. Because it's one of those games, like Persona is one of those series where I actually play it. I am like regularly playing it with the English dubs over the Japanese voices. Just because like it's how I got introduced to the series and how I started playing it. So I'm more like, it's just I do it out of habit now. I'll try not to be a complete critique bomber and hear it out, because they might find a better one or someone who matches it. Yeah. Like, in as much as I would like those kinds of characters to be played by their original, right? I do think that at the end of the day, it comes down to the quality of the performance, right? If they are good, even if they aren't the same, if they are good at the role, then, I can be okay. I can come to terms with that, right? If they are good at the role, then I can understand, or rather, at least I can accept it. Because if they end up replacing the voice, right, and the performance is like worse, I'm like, then what did you even do, right? I mean, they did a good job with P3R, so possibly they'll do the same way in P4R. So I'm hoping that they do this game justice, because I'm telling you, this game is my favorite game of all time. I see. I'm gonna be with you there in that Persona 4 is my personal favorite of the games I've played. In as much as I enjoyed the style of 5, I do think that my experience with 4 is still like my favorite experience of all the Persona games. Like, the writing, I feel like in 4 was generally better than the writing in the other games. And that, okay, so here's the thing. I'm also a sucker for, like, this one's a personal bias, and I absolutely know it, is that I like small town big mystery stories. So you have, like, small town Inaba, then you have, like, it's like quiet little town, and then some shit goes down. Hell yeah, sign me up. Persona 5 Royal is amazing, but I agree. But Persona 4 Golden is just so surreal and completely different. It was power of friendship, not just for the funsies, but in a weird, quirky way. It works in a good way. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Today I've wasted my time on Twitter trying to explain to Japanese users why I bought pirated PS1 games as a kid. I see. That's a conversation topic on Twitter, isn't it? It's like I've been seeing a couple of allusions to it. But yeah, it is difficult to explain. But yeah, canonical, like I think with like Persona 4 for me, like as my favorite Persona is the small town big mystery vibes. Like, you know, small town, and then it gets rocked by a goddamn murder. Like straight up someone dies and their body is mangled on a TV antenna propped up on a roof? Shit. That is like that is like your classic Lovecraft kind of setup, you know? That's like your Innsmouth setup. And they did a good job 90% of the time with a murder mystery. Yeah. And the thing is, it's the reason I also like that is the same reason why my favorite JoJo part is part 4. You know, Josuke and, you know, and Moriocho. It's just, you know, it's a small town, big mystery vibes. Like, oh shit, they're like, it's a small, quiet town, and then suddenly there are these fucking murders, and it's some supernatural shit going on. But yeah, this JoJo Part 4, it's Diamond is Unbreakable. It's also Persona 4. Exactly, the appeal is there, right? Like the entire concept of this town that's just literally minding its own business suddenly gets rocked by something that is absolutely like unknowable is such a, for me, it's such a cool thing to explore, to see how these ordinary people, like a lot of these ordinary people, suddenly get swept up in some kind of grand scale, you know, event, right? How do the normal people who aren't involved at all cope with the reality that their town, their small, quiet town, isn't so quiet anymore, right? There's like a murder coming in every like once a month or whatever. And the killer is Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Oh man. But yeah, like that for me, like that's one of my favorite like little story archetypes. Having that little town, big mystery. Just because like the overall arc is very very interesting. So hopefully we will get. I'm actually curious at this stage. Are we gonna get GTA 6 before we get Persona 6? Because I would be surprised if something happened. I would not be surprised if something happens to GTA 6 again, and then we end up with Persona 6 before we get GTA 6. GTA 6 versus Persona 6, which one comes out? And if you want it a three-way, throw in Elder Scrolls 6. Then you have your trifecta. GTA 6, Persona 6, Elder Scrolls 6. Let's go! Throw in Bloodborne Remake? Oh no, that's not happening. That's not happening. That's why we're getting a goddamn movie from Jacksepticeye for goddamn Bloodborne. GTA is indeed a strange position right now, considering how the Western game industry has hanged itself into knots. Yeah, Bloodborne Remake is a myth. That is true. That is true. Like, again, like, given the state of the world right now, I would not be surprised if GTA 6 gets delayed again. And they're like, and their reasoning would be like, yeah, you're supposed to release GTA 6, but because of AI and, you know, RAM prices going up, we can't release GTA 6 yet. We can't render stuff. GTA 6 coming with a steel chair of delays. Bloodborne will be released into the PS4 Retro console. Oh. Oh, that's like the biggest slap in the face, to be honest. Sony pulls off a Nintendo move, releases like retro versions of their, like tiny retro versions of their consoles. And like, look at this miniature PS4. You get Bloodborne. You get Uncharted. 4. And then, I don't know, maybe some other third game or something. Little Big Planet or something. Ah, man. The gaming world is pretty... We got a good year, okay? Like, I am... Or rather, I want to say, we had a good year. It's 2026 now. 2025 was an absolute banger of a year for games. Lost Planet sequel announced for retro PS3, who knows? At this rate, all bets are off, to be honest. All bets are off. But yeah, you know, like the world state as it is, it's kind of hard for me to really anticipate anything in the coming months, just because I don't know what crazy shit's gonna happen next. I think my... Oh no, never mind. It's back. 2026 might be the year for anime, who knows? Huh, what is due out this year for anime? I've kind of lost track. Oh wait, we are getting a Suikoden anime though, so I'm kind of excited for that. So I'm pretty stoked. Might be the year of Suikoden. But right now, the game I'm really into is Toho. Is it like the bullet hell Toho? Because I know there are like a bunch of Toho other games. Toho project. As in, oh, so the bullet hell. Is it? Is that the bullet hell? I don't know. The only thing I know about Toho is bullet hell and cute anime girls. That's it. That is all I know. I think there was one Steam Next Fest where chat got me to play this Toho game, but it was a like a character-based one, and it was like a, what was it? It was more like a roguelite. It felt like, I think it was a roguelite in the style of Super Meat Boy or something, or Binding of Isaac. Yes, okay, so it is the bullet hell Toho. Honest perception is that 2026 is going to be some sort of rebirth year. Lots of changes at respective companies' helms, as well as indies getting their foot in the door. Okay, so here's the thing. Changes in respective company helms, that we might not see the fruit of that until at least 3 years down the line. If there's like if there are going to be like big shakeups in the big companies this year, we're not going to feel it until 3 years, just because of like how long it normally takes for that kind of stuff to really cascade into actual products. Indies, sure, you know, but I feel like we've been having an indie revolution for a while already, so I'm not surprised. You know, we've been having pulses of good indie games. Toho Project, Embodiment of the Scarlet Devil, Perfect Cherry Blossom, Imperishable Night, Phantasmagoria of Flower of You, Mountain of Faith, and The Immaterial and Missing Power. Fighting game. I want to flex my nerd ass. Let's go. Once corporals drop the AI trend, yeah, maybe. Because here's the thing, like, in terms of like AI, there is a use case for it. I just feel like that the AI companies are trying to push, AI into places where it's not really gonna make its biggest impact. Aren't those 2000s releases for Toho? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know any of the Toho stuff. I only know Toho by like pop culture osmosis. Play the old Warhammer games that were just released on Steam. What? Let me check. Okay, let me show you guys something, by the way. Okay, small little tidbit. So you guys know I'm on Linux and I've been enjoying it, and I recently changed my wallpaper to one of the things that's kind of given me a little bit of good news, and that's the Artemis 2 the Artemis 2 flight, you know, the whole space flight thing. And it is, I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. The entire discussion around. Thank you for the hydrate. Discussion around Artemis 2. Ooh. Naked bird for your wallpaper? No! This is my wallpaper. Let me... Money Garden 2 is out, by the way. Very educational. Recommend. Okay, wait. Let's see if I got it right. There we go. So as you guys can see, this is my wallpaper. This is my desktop. And this is my wallpaper. One of those photos taken from the Artemis 2 of Earth. Also, we got an ad coming up in 1 minute on Twitch. I'm going to go and play Yakuza 0 while watching the farm on Dragon and Tiger. I see. It's the moon, yes. Tales of loss and fire and fate. Tonight we steal the moon, yeah. So yeah, this is my Linux desktop. So as you can see, I have stuff here. So I have like when I looked up Persona 4, and then this is the streamer bot, then this is the VTube Studio. What Project Hail Mary? Gaza is an institution of film at this point. Hell yeah! Did you enjoy? I actually should watch it. I haven't gotten around. I might I might watch it this weekend. I've been trying to figure out like a good time for it. So I'm probably gonna figure out maybe this weekend. I've listened to the audiobook. So good. I highly recommend if because there are lots of stuff that they kind of really had to compress, as far as I know, from like the audiobook and some of the science stuff. But it's so good. I love Project Hail Mary. So yeah, so this is my new wallpaper. Like to think, right? To think that this photo is not computer generated. It isn't CGI. This is an actual photo of the Earth from one of the furthest points in space that we as a species have ever been. So the sequel is Project Full of Grace. I said we as a species, not me personally, but with magic, anything is possible. But yeah, look at it. You know, this is an actual honest photo of Earth from that distance. Artemis 2 Trap has had Kodo in tears, right? It's honestly maybe one of the few sources of good news this year. Like amid all the shittiness that happens. Hey Alvin, you're fine. You're right on time. Yes, the one place capitalism has not touched. Spice! Oh man. Ah, Red Alert. An absolute legend. Ah. But yeah, honestly, it's so good. So yeah, this is my wallpaper. This is the last photo they took before docking the secret moon-based theme park. This is the last photo before having to meet up with the Laporits. All right, let's see. We go back to boop. Yeah. So yeah, we're back here. Also, one of the cool things I added recently, guys, to my to the stream setup is actually, wait, is it on this source or is it in the other source? It's in the other source, I think. So here, share some moon facts. Okay, so here's a moon fact. Yo mama has never been on the moon. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Anyway, so one of the stuff I added recently is I added this little holographic display for so as I can show you guys what my desktop is looking like. Because this is because I have like my OBS on a special screen, so I can dock it out, and I can go to like any other screen, and then I can dock it back in real quick, and then dock it out again. Just so you know, just so it's easy for me to access OBS. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. I can pop into OBS, just do some stuff. I can mute here if I want it. It's true. My mama hasn't been in the moon yet. That he is correct about that. But hello, also again, Alvin. Let me say hello again. Welcome, welcome. It's been a week, right? I hope you're doing well. We are unfortunately not playing Yakuza today because I'm sick. I'm congested all the way to the moon, and so I don't think I'll be able to play and focus on the game when my head is, feeling like it's getting split open by Miyabi's tailless, and my head is the melon. Space lag. Oh, speaking of, you guys know there's like a Spaceballs movie or something coming out? Isn't it like a sequel to Spaceballs? Or something coming out soon? I don't know. Maybe I'm just hallucinating. Nice analogy. The new one. Yes, new Spaceballs. Yeah! Doing well. Kind of hot today. I accidentally fell because of it. Yeah, it's been hot today. I think that might be the reason why I fell asleep. Oh, because of the heat. Oh, I hope not in the sun. That's dangerous. You might get like a heat stroke or something. Like for me, it's been the heat and then the cold office is maybe one of the reasons why I got sick as well, or at least weakened my immune system enough that the wave of coughing that went through my floor got to me. Maybe doing a Mel Brooks movie marathon would be cool. Oh, that would be nice. We can do like a Mel Brooks, and then we can see how much of it holds up. Personally, I'm just going to be down for like, Robin Hood Men in Tights. That's going to be like the one that I want to focus on. We're men in tights, tights. They roam around the forest looking for fights. Yeah, but they are really doing Spaceballs too. We're manly men, yeah. We may look like sissies, but watch what you say, or else we'll put out your lights. That's right. We're manly men. We're men in tights. Oh man, yeah, that's a nostalgia bomb right there. BRB, I'm going to disrespect Mr. Shakedown. Do it, Canonical. Shakedown. Remind him why he's called Mr. Shakedown. Patriot Arrow. Okay, alright. Oh wait, hang on. I still have the thing. I still have my thingy on display. I should turn that off. Boop. Oh yeah, and then also some stuff. I do this mostly for the shoutouts screen. I should probably fix that. Which is, I have some filters to basically flavor this particular scene. Like right now, welcome back. You're now watching a CRT. You're now watching on a CRT, and then you'll occasionally get the. Look at this city pop bird. We are doing a city pop karaoke stream on Saturday. I just hope that this whatever this is does not hit my throat by the time Saturday rolls in. So there, now I look like I'm coming out of a VHS. Let's go. That needs an album cover of Richter in an 80s outfit. Maybe an 80s outfit. What would an 80s outfit look like? I'm not good with what Lozenge Tech needed. Actually, there's another thing. There's another cool filter I actually was able to get for this one. We singing again? No. On Saturday, yeah, on Saturday. We're doing it. We're going Saturday, 9 p.m. Philippine time. Just wear like cosm. Like the white suit. Got it. So one of the filters that I managed to pick up recently is called the retro game color. And it does this basically. It looks now it looks super like one of those PC, what do you call that, games? Like those PC visual novels from like the 90s and 80s. I think we can do better without the color correction. Oh no, my TV reception is awful now. Now, better than that is the original retro game filter, which basically turns this into like a Game Boy. Yeah, look at that. We can make it worse. By worse, I mean. Oh wait, we gotta turn off the softness for this one. Look at that Game Boy camera gimmick. Damn, that's neat. Right. Okay, then we can adjust by gamma a little bit. So maybe we can see some more detailing. But yeah, that's retro game filter. And then also another one called Urban Myth. I'm not 100% sure about which this one is referencing. But this is the filter. It's very rough. I don't know what game this is supposed to be though. The thing is, a lot of these filters are Japanese filters. Like I grabbed them from Horaiken. So I can barely read some of these. Some of them do come with like a caption. So, you know. Old Spectrum consoles? Ooh, I'm not familiar. Like which ones? Like a Wonder Swan or something? Is that the kind of thing? Like a Wonder Swan? I've only heard of those. I've never actually seen one. My understanding is that Wonder Swans and like that some of those consoles are like Japan only. Ooh, this one, okay. Yeah, okay. I think early PC Engine consoles in between 8 to 16-bit. Oh, got it. So yeah, that's the those are some of the filters I've been working on lately. You know, stuff to make the stream a little bit more interesting. We have the little thing on the bar, and then you guys are in a little window on chat. I don't know why YouTube is still doing the thing though, where it does pop up like the message. Like it repeats messages, even though it's just been sitting there for a little bit. But it is what it is. Hey there, Billy. Finally got the capture card. Thanks again, man. No worries. Just glad that you got it. You know? And I hope that it serves you well. I got him. Didn't even lay a finger on me. Nice. Good job, Canonical. You showed Mr. Shakedown who's boss. Also right in time because I got Mass Effect Legendary Edition for cheap. Ooh. I assume for PS5 or PS4. I don't know which console they released ME Legendary Edition on. PS4. Ooh, okay. Sweet. Good. I hope it was on PS4, but PS5 bumps up performance. Oh, nice. I also got it for cheap. Hell yeah, let's go. Discount gaming, boys. How to defeat Mr. Shakedown with Majima. Be in low health, have a ton of Torrent or plus, and have bike and weapon and master nunchaku. Oh man, I wish, you know, I need to revisit Zero. I need to revisit Zero and like just 100% it or something. 6 USD amounting to $2 per game. Hells yeah, let's go. You are in for a treat. I still have the old Mass Effect trilogy on PS3. I have Mass Effect on PS3 and Steam. Steam? No. Yeah, I think Steam. For the record, I've never played any Mass Effect. Billy, prepare, okay. When you reach Mass Effect 3, prepare a box of tissues. No, not for that reason. Just have it ready. Okay? That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. Have a box of tissues ready when you play Mass Effect 3. Okay? Good. Also, Mass Effect 2, one of the best paced games, in my opinion. Like, the pacing of Mass Effect 2 is immaculate. How about some hand sanitizer? No! But if you need to use hand sanitizer, great, that's fine. I have like a bottle of spray alcohol at my desk. Because I disinfect every now and again. Time to ship aliens. Let's go. You didn't realize ME3 had that kind of content? It does. I mean, just ask any of the blue-skinned alien. I forgot what their names, what their species is called. Trying to remember. Samara, the Asari. There we go. Yeah, I was thinking that Samara is the recruitable character, right? But yeah, the Asari. The hell are we dissecting while playing Mass Effect, chat? I just have it. I just regularly disinfect my hands. That's just my habit. I need to stop it though, because I have reached the point where I disinfect my hands so much. I disinfect my hands so much that I disproportionately generate more static with my hands than most people do. It gets that dry where I sometimes just reach out to like a metal object and I will get some kind of static. That is why I wear gloves to the office now. Or at least when I attend meetings. I need to glove my hands up because the office the meeting room doors, they are metal, and I, without fail, get static every time I touch the goddamn door handle. So I have to wear gloves now. Yeah, sorry, like annoying other races. I hate that I get that. I hate it. Always clean your hands before every cutscene. Not every. If you get sweaty hands and you don't want it on your mouse or controller, I get it. No, for me it's just like, just a habit, to be honest. Like, sure, yeah, it's great. It helps keep things relatively clean, but, you know, but that's not my mentality behind it. It's just, psst, psst, okay, spray hands, brain feels good, that's all. Until my hands are like, until my hands get jolted by a small, you know, like a small electric shock, and then it's not so happy. Brain not so happy after that. Ah. But yeah. At least I got to wear gloves at the office. Anyway, good luck on your journey though, Billy, for Mass Effect 3. Because, you know, it is a joyride. You can slap someone for a duel. Don't do it needlessly, you're dehydrating your skin. I know. I know. That's why I said I have to stop it. But it's, you know, it is an impulse. It's something I do, like, even without thinking about it. I will just, like, regularly reach out, grab the bottle, spray, pss, pss, and then that's it. It is just like an instinct every few hours or so. Sometimes I'll do it a couple times in like 1 hour. But a lot of the times, it's a couple of hours gap at least. And you can technically electric wind god fist someone? Theoretically, yes. Theoretically. Like, I just need to build up a sufficient amount of static before I do so. Maybe if I, like, you know, if I have like one of those, if I like maybe rub somebody who's wearing like one of those very woolly sweaters, maybe I'll generate enough static that the next person I punch is gonna, you know, get a status effect. So yeah, though I would first have to find somebody with a sweater. Keep it handy. It's plus on block. It has lots of pushback. Maybe so. Maybe so. But I do need to, again, I need the prerequisite person and sweater. Maybe not a person, but at least the sweater. If I can find somebody with like one of those ugly Halloween sweaters. Oh, sorry, not Halloween, like Christmas sweaters. Of a hairy shirtless dude. That also works. But there's like oil and stuff on people, you know? Skin oils and whatnot. But in theory, it should work with a sufficiently hairy person. Time to rub that in. Time to oil up! Yeah, I'll find some plumber named Mario. Take the shirt off and just go scrub, 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 scrub. And then I'll, what do you call that? And then, oh, I can give a shocking purple nurple. So if we ever move forward and suddenly pause for no reason, I better step aside. Maybe. But it would be cool to give it an electric purple nurple. And I can complete the circuit too. If I do it two hands, that's like a complete circuit. Or what if I purple nurple two different people while I am like at my most electrically charged? How would that work? Would I be able to start a car battery? Would I be able to start a car with that kind of charge? Would I be able to jumpstart a car with a hairy Italian? Careful, some people are into that. Maybe. I'm gonna let him kill me and just get it back. Oh yeah, you get to double it, alright? For Mr. Comeback, Mr. Shakedown. Yeah, do it. But yeah, I'll totally jumpstart a car. I'll totally jumpstart a car using a hairy Italian man. That sounds like something for the Mythbusters. Mr. Shakedown is a very efficient banking system. Yeah. Oh man, I still need to get around to playing Dark Ties though. And then I can compare Remastered with Dark Tide. Very curious to see what they've done, other than like the casting changes, you know? But I'm very curious to see how they've resolved it. I'm just glad that it's not going to be like a Yakuza scenario. Huh. So yeah, that's kind of the situation. I am congested to hell, and I would have loved to play more Yakuza today, but given how congested I am right now, I would not be able to pay attention to the story. I'd just be having a bad time. So I'll just talk it out with you guys. And I think that's a perfectly reasonable way to spend, you know, couple hours, right? All right, let's go hit back the TV filters real quick. Oh, wrong filter level. Wait. What software do you use? MP4? I think I use MPV. I use MPV, but that's like, I use a Linux program, so I don't know if I'm your best reference. Not sure if I would be, you know, if you want to use me as your reference for those things. Or unless you're also on Linux, and then maybe I can help you. Oh wait, no, for MP4, I use VLC. I use VLC for MP4s. I think VLC is pretty decent as far as that goes. I wonder if there is something else that we can do though that's relatively like light. It doesn't require too much, but it's maybe more than just like sitting here and yapping. Wait, am I out of water? Oh shit, I think I'm out of water. I'm out of water. Fuck. Should I order something? Maybe I should order something. Oh, okay. Wait, hang on, just got texted, wait. Okay, because tomorrow I am supposed to be meeting up with Korean Chicken. Yeah, tomorrow I'm supposed to be meeting up with what do you call that? With Sister Fowl. Try the Coke soaked in peanuts? What? Why does that sound like the worst things in the world? But yeah, I'm gonna be meeting up with Sister Fowl tomorrow. She is in the country for a short period, and so we're meeting up. And then, so yeah, so she's just double checking, or she's changing the time that we're supposed, or rather the time. Well, she changed the time already, but she changed the location where we were supposed to meet up. And it's gonna be at like 9 tomorrow. So it's currently 10:30, so I have time. I'll probably wake up 6, 7 a.m. no matter what. And then, you know, I'll meet up with her 9 o'clock. I mean, peanuts soaked in Coke. Huh. How are peanuts even really that porous that it would absorb Coke? Or is it just like the Coke breaking down the peanuts to make it soft? Because that's like, in my head, intuitively, that's what I'm thinking happens. The peanuts get broken down by the acid in the Coke. And then maybe, I guess, maybe change some of the flavor stuff in there, but... The protein in the peanuts does something with the Coke acid. Yeah. Why is Basta VHS today? Oh, that's just a vibe. We're just vibing today. I think it's a new thing in Japan. Oh. Oh yeah, speaking of, we are gonna have karaoke on Saturday. We're doing City Pop themed karaoke on Saturday. Hello Raiga, how are you doing? Welcome back, it's been a while. Yeah, you can't touch me. The nunchaku heat action has invincibility frame and literally can't hit me. Good job, Canonical. I hope you're enjoying. Because I was never that good to consistently beat Mr. Shakedown. But then again, I was semi-rushing the game. How are you, Raiga? How are you doing? How are you doing? And thanks for bringing the Jack Frost emote. Doing good in the Pokemon hell? Are you playing Pokopia? Like everybody else is? Because I haven't picked up the Switch 2 yet. So, no idea. Disrespecting Mr. Shakedown is the purpose of my playing this game. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Ah, that's why. I see. Well, at least it looks like you're getting you're hitting your goals, right? Nah, champion. I yearn for throwing hands. Oh. All right. Champions is basically Pokemon Stadium, right? It's basically Pokemon Stadium. On what platform is it even available? Is it just, what do you call that? Switch 1 and Switch 2? Oh. Man. When you were streaming, he was attacking Mr. Shakedown. When you were eating, he was fighting Mr. Shakedown. When you were sleeping, he was defeating Mr. Shakedown. Yeah, just that. Switch 1 and 2 with mobile coming later. Ooh. I see. Man, okay. Might be interesting when the mobile version comes out. Because I do, yeah, Pokemon Home is on mobile, right? Pokemon Home? I think. Unless I'm hallucinating? Yeah, okay, good. I wasn't hallucinating. Good. So yeah, I think it makes sense to have it on mobile, and then you can easily just import any of your stuff from Pokemon Home into Champions. I have Legend for Kiryu, meaning Kiryu versus Shakedown is easy. I also have Legend for Majima, but it's too risky. So I tried finding another method, then my friend recommended me with Dragon and Tiger. Then I spotted the bike, and I have both methods for both sides now. Kneel before me, Shakedown! Hell yeah! Good job, Canonical. Congratulations! Give me a second. I need to just take care of this real quick. I think, what do you call that? I think for me, the one thing that I actually have not been able to get to try out from the Yakuza games, that I probably should at some point when I replay it, is their Tamiya games. Their Tamiya minigame, the mini 4-wheel drive. Like, I completely missed out on that minigame on my original playthrough. So I kind of want to fix that the next time I go at it. Oh wait, I just remembered something. So I was able to actually get a. I was actually able to. I was allowed, or I was allowed. I guess what's the word? Basically, I got into the early access program for Dungeon Settlers. Let me show you guys real quick. Dungeon Settlers. Swap. There we go. Dungeon Settlers. So, it's basically a roguelike with city building. And it's in like a medieval fantasy setting. So it is absolutely down my wheelhouse. It's up my wheelhouse, and and it has tech trees and everything. I want it. I will probably, you know, play the hell out of this game. Are we settling in this dungeon? We absolutely are. Look at it. Look at the game. It looks so good. Okay, let me go back. Look at it. Handle 3 damn work emergency. Treated myself to a nice cup of rice pudding and small break. Let's go do it. The Colony Sim and Dungeon Crawler. It looks so good. I got into the early access, so I'm probably gonna play it a lot. You guys want me to play this on stream? Because I absolutely will, and I'll name you guys. I'll name my colony. It's a multiplayer game. I don't think so. I think it's a single player game. It's probably closer to like um, what was that other game? Cult of the Lamb. Single player simulation thing. Yeah, it's a colony sim and dungeon crawler. So what's that other game? That's like a space colony sim. I forgot the name. RimWorld. There we go. It's like RimWorld. It's like a fantasy RimWorld with dungeon crawling, with a roguelike dungeon crawling. So yeah. Wait, RimWorld is in outer space, isn't it? Isn't it like a colony thing when you're out in space and you're colonizing worlds or whatever? Isn't that RimWorld? Unless my initial understanding of the game is completely off. RimWorld has a lot more atrocities and war crime you can commit, though. I mean, I haven't played this yet. We don't know if there are war crimes and atrocities. Atrocities. Oh, it is apparently. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I got it. So I got it. So yeah, we'll do this. I didn't know it was outer space. Never looked that way. I think it's because you're supposedly on another planet, right? You're on another planet and you're colonizing it. So yeah, we'll do it here. We'll we'll have everybody be colonists and dungeon crawlers. Oh wait. Okay, my head. Oh, all right. Okay. I think we're approaching my limit here. Well, maybe go for another like half hour. I think we'll chat for another half hour or so, and then maybe I'll have to call it a day so I can get some rest, wake up early, take meds and whatnot. They might want to make it more obvious because I always thought I just played Somewhere Earth post-apocalyptic. Oh, okay, okay. I can see that. I can see that. Okay, so let's take a look at the game real quick. So, Dungeon Settlers is a settlement management. So you can build your base. You guys know I'm all about that. Character development. You have characters and skill trees. Real time combat. A real time with pause combat. Okay, this is great. I like this. Dungeon expedition. Each dungeon expedition is randomly composed. Yeah, so it's roguelike. Hell yeah. Hades 2. I should I play Hades 2? I haven't even properly played, I think, enough of Hades 1, but we could. But yeah, Dungeon Settlers, I got into the early what do you call that? I was able to get into the early program for it. Oh wait, where is it? Shoot. Here we go. So yeah. We'll set up a stream for this. We'll set up a stream for this where we'll play Dungeon Settlers, and I'll absolutely name the colonists after you guys. I was told Hades 2 was more tweaked and balanced out, so you can't make as ridiculous builds as you did in Hades 1. I feel like that's a plus and a minus depending on the kind of player you are. You know, if you're if you're a player that likes wild builds and maybe it's a bit of a downer, but like if you're a person who is constantly looking to break stuff or find new ways to break stuff, you might see it as a challenge. You might be like, challenge accepted. Let's see what I can break. But yeah, I do think though that at least it's as long as they aren't making it completely impossible for you to start doing cool stuff with it, then I think it's fine. A little tweak here and there. It's not gonna break everything. So we'll probably get around to it. Richter about to send his viewers on a suicide dungeon expedition. Yeah, don't worry. I'll make sure you guys get back alive. That said, saw some bosses, looks good. I mean, it's Hades. Like, their first game already lets you know, like, exactly what you're up for. So Hades 2, by exercising restraint, they decided to just polish things up, even, to polish things up, rather. Okay. Congestion's getting worse. Ugh. Well, we'll do it. We'll make it through. We'll make it top of the hour. We'll be good. All right. We'll make it to the top of the hour. Maybe I'll order something, and then get some water delivered with it too. That would be nice. What? All right. Let's go for this. But where's the water? Hmm. Gotta get back to work now. All right, take care then, SMB. Thanks for dropping by. I hope that the rest of work is less eventful than their 3 emergencies. All right, or maybe not. I'll just. Okay. I'll just wait it out. Oh, triple lurk. Oh, thank you for the cat made redeem. All right, just making sure I can see everything. Let's go back to the chat screen, yeah? There we go. Found a possible way to make it even stronger? Oh, hell yeah. Why did it have to happen? Well, who got me sick? I swear to God, if I find the person who got me sick at the office, I am making their day miserable. Anyway, so hopefully tomorrow I feel significantly better. Just say the word and I'll send Mr. Shakedown to them. I will let you know when I find out. Okay, so tomorrow. Oh no. I'm gonna be at a local game store tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow night is the Secrets of Strixhaven pre-release. I'm gonna be inside. Yeah, sound. Is that a maid costume? Yes, it is. It is a redeem on Twitch. Yes, it is canonical. It is the cat made redeem. I think it's like 800 points or something. So yeah, tomorrow you look cute. Thank you. I love it. I hate it. We even have it as an emote if you're subbed. Let me go grab it. Here you go. If you're subbed, you can get this emote. So yes, that emote is derived from this. I ain't, but it looks cute. Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna be in a small enclosed space with a ton of people, I am gonna mask up for sure. I will mask up and I will be responsible. Hey there, JP. How you doing? How you doing? I will mask up and I will go to the pre-release of Strixhaven. Chic. You're doing good? Nice to hear. Nice to hear. The only good thing, I guess, is that I won't be able to smell the people who don't use deodorant when they go to game stores. That's maybe the only benefit I'll have tomorrow. The only advantage amidst feeling like crap with a congestion, and that I won't be affected by the local game store stank. You know? The infamous game store stank. My nose is gonna be too congested. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe the stank will get so bad that the only way I could ever survive it was by walking in with an absolutely terrible congestion. You know? Maybe that's just the way that fate works. Maybe that's how the universe intended it to be. Or maybe that's all cope. Whatever it is, I am not smelling a damn thing tomorrow, I think. And that might be for the best. Oh, I do hope I get good cards, though. I hope I get good cards. I am crossing my fingers for some good stuff. I'll probably grab the Lorehold PR kit. It's gonna be red and white. Lots of spell casting, maybe. So we'll see how that turns out for me. But I'm pretty excited. Strixhaven is one of my favorite planes in Magic. Maybe my second top favorite, just behind Ravnica. So, you know, I am very happy that we're revisiting the location. I think the last time we were at Strixhaven was 2021? With the original Strixhaven set, if I'm remembering correctly. But anyway, so yeah, tomorrow is going to be more chatting, actually, but it'll be late. The reason is I am attending the pre-release on pre-release tomorrow. I'll play my games, I'll get my prizes, and then I'll go home, and then I'll stream. It might end up being a little earlier than what do you call that? Than what I scheduled on YouTube. But I just made sure that at least I schedule it a little bit late in case if the event goes on longer than I am anticipating it. But we're definitely going to be streaming after the pre-release. So that, you know, we can talk about the cool stuff I got, the games I won, the games I lost. So, fingers crossed, it goes well. I hope maybe I can get like a couple wins at, you know, at the pre-release. We'll see. There's like, I have lost a couple of like, because I feel like I have a one-way rivalry now for like a pair of brothers, because last year during the Final Fantasy pre-release, I was 2-1. I was 2-1, and my loss, and my singular loss, was against this guy. And then during the Lorwyn pre-release, I played against the guy's brother, and I lost to him too. So I'm like, shit. I think I need to get good. I need to get good enough that I need to be able to beat those two guys. One-way rivalry with brothers who are kicking my ass at pre-releases. And I have no doubt that I'll probably run into them again. If not tomorrow, then maybe another pre-release. I think I don't remember if they play on Fridays though. FF8 optional boss. Oh yeah. Fucking Omega. Omega weapon, right? The FF8 optional boss is Omega. I have a question. If you're demanded to choose to have a life of one of these characters, who would it be? Kiryu, Majima, Nishiki, or Haruka? Huh. Kiryu, okay, here's the thing. I have only played up until Yakuza 4. And I'm in the middle of Yakuza 4. There's an optional boss in FF8 called the Brothers. They do this rock paper thing when summoned. Oh, that's a different optional boss. I was thinking of the big optional boss. Is it the Brothers for the GF Brothers? Actually, now that you bring that up, FF8 does have a bunch of optional bosses, don't they? Anyway, for what do you call that? For life, I think I would choose Majima. Although Haruka is a close second. Because Majima just seems like he's always living his best life most of the time. You know? And he is very prolific. He starts his own construction company. He ends up as a pirate in Hawaii or something like that. I don't know what the plot of his spin-off games are. The cost of one eye for a very good life, even as a Yakuza. Oh yeah, he did get fucked up a lot in his origin story, right? He got tortured for like 2 years? Tortured for like 2 years and then he loses an eye? You get voiced by Matt Mercer. Hell yeah. But yeah, it's a shitty... Like, Majima's life up until Yakuza 0 was a pretty shitty one. And you could argue that he even thinks his life in 0 was probably a pretty shitty one. Under... was it Saejima? There's that other dude, that older dude, that keeps him on a leash. Forgot his name. But yeah, he's got a lot of things and a lot of jobs. Yep. That's Majima. He lost an eye, the woman he loved, and his sanity. Fair enough. Getting voiced by Matt Mercer, it's a pretty sweet gig, though. Okay. So tomorrow we're gonna chat. Tomorrow we're gonna chat about Magic after I played my games and whatnot. Saturday we're having karaoke, City Pop Edition. It's gonna be Saturday. I have a couple songs that I have in mind. I will probably listen to them a lot so that I can at least be more familiar with it by Saturday. But one of the... definitely we're going to go through some of the staples. You know? Some of the staples like Stay With Me and Plastic Love. And then we'll have some others as well. Color me surprised that it is extremely difficult to find city pop songs by guys that are not what's his name, Kiyotaka and Omega Tribe. What are their names? Chotto. Yeah, Kiyotaka and Omega Tribe. Like that duo practically defined male city pop songs. Like almost every song I've found is them. There's maybe a handful of other ones from some other artists like Hamada, but like a good chunk of it if not majority, is Kiyotaka and Omega Tribe. Especially like maybe one of the most iconic, which is Futari no Natsu. Yeah, Futari no Natsu Monogatari. So yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have some other plans before I sleep. Have a good stream, nerd. Well, go get to your other plans, nerd. I'm just gonna sit here, be sick. But we're gonna... Wait, gotta mute real quick. Ow! Damn it! Thanks, Anonico. Take a seat. Will you try to look up the song Re Your Brains this time? You know what? Maybe I should. Maybe I should. I will listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it after stream then. Yeah? Gonna give it a nice listen but we are gonna be doing City Pop on Saturday, so that's gonna be our main focus. If we do any other songs besides City Pop stuff on Saturday, it'll have to be on a, on a how I feel about it basis. And maybe worse than that, I have to see if I'm even feeling well enough to actually sing on Saturday. That actually might be our biggest risk for the stream. Because if I am still congested as fuck by Saturday, I don't think we can do the stream. I don't think we can do the karaoke stream. Because, come on, man, this kind of congestion is not how you want to be having a... it's not how you want to be singing, right? Oh, and some good news. I was able to get Final Fantasy XI to work on Linux. I was able to get it to work. I can now play FF11. I just need to like resub, and then I can, and then I'll be able to play it. So maybe we can schedule that at some point down the line too. But I was able to get it running. Okay. Actually, since we're here, we may as well start looking at who we can raid into. For when we're actually done, yeah? Let's see who is actually on. Why don't I? No, that's not what. How do I open up? Oh, I know who we can raid. Let's raid into Avi. Yeah, let's go right into Avi. After this. So, just so you know, I'm gonna go shout out. Oops. Make sure I'm spelling it right. There we go, it is right. Okay. Yeah, they're currently playing Pocopia, so that's going to be a nice little transition. That's going to be a nice vibing time. So, with that said, thanks guys for hanging out. I know we diverted plans, but I wasn't planning on getting sick, and it's just it happens sometimes, and I don't like it. But I do hope that you guys still had fun, regardless. Just chatting, talking about stuff. And so, hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow. Fingers crossed. And then, hopefully I'll be completely well by Saturday so that we can do our karaoke stream without any, without a congestion. All right? So thank you guys. we will now... Oh wait, we need a raid message, which I need to set up. I haven't done that yet. I need to do that this weekend. Let me find... use emotes here. The foulest of raids. Foulest and congested be upon ye. And then that'll be the raid message. And we will kick off the raid. So, thank you guys again for hanging out. It's always super fun. And I know that I was supposed to be resting, but I wanted to make sure that at least I did what I could to stream, even if it's just for a little bit. Because I don't want to be constantly like, oh, it's not streaming and stuff. So even just for a little while, you know, just for a little while. It does more for me than I think for you guys, but just having to be able to build this habit is a lot. Anyway, thanks guys, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. So make sure you guys rest up, drink your water, take your meds, mask up, Jesus, if you are feeling sick or if you suspect someone is sick, and get enough sleep. Alright, so good night, take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.